Ecosystem, biomes, and species.
Let us define first what is ecosystem. An ecosystem is a geographic area where plants and animals and other organisms, as well as weather and landscape, work together to form a bubble of life. Ecosystem contains biotic or living part as well as a biotic factor or non-living part. Biotic factor include plants, animals, and other organisms. Abiotic factor include rocks, temperature, and humidity. Every factor in ecosystem depends on every factor either directly or indirectly. A change in the temperature of an ecosystem will often affect what plants will grow there. Animals that depends on plants for food and shelter will have to adapt to the changes to move to another ecosystem. Ecosystem can be very large or very small. Tide pools, the pond left by the ocean as the tide goes out, are complete tiny ecosystems. Tide pools contain seaweeds, a kind of algae which uses photosynthesis to create food. Herbivores such as abalone eat the seaweeds. Carnivores such as sea stars eat other animals in a tide pool such as clams or mussels. Tide pools depend on the changing level of ocean water. Some organisms such as seaweeds thrive in aquatic environment when the tide is in and the pool is full. Another organism such as crabs cannot live underwater and depend on the shallow pools left by low tides. In this way, the biotic parts of the ecosystem depend on the biotic factor. The fundamental source of energy in almost all ecosystems is radiant energy from the sun. The energy of sunlight is used by the ecosystem's autotrophic or self-sustaining organism. Consisting largely of green vegetation, these organisms are capable of photosynthesis. They can use the energy of sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into simple energy-rich carbohydrates. The autotrophs use energy stored within the simple carbohydrates to produce the more complex organic compounds such as proteins, lipids, and starch that maintain the organism life processes. The autotrophic segment of the ecosystem is commonly referred to as the producer level. Organic matter generated by the autotrophs directly or indirectly sustain heterotrophic organism. Heterotrophs are the consumer of the ecosystem. They cannot make their own food. They use, rearrange, and ultimately decompose the complex organic materials built up by the autotrophs. All organisms and fungi are heterotrophs, as are most bacteria and many other microorganisms. Together, the autotrophs and heterotrophs form various trophic levels in the ecosystem. The producer level composed of those organisms that make up their own food. The primary consumer level composed of those organisms that feed on producers. The secondary consumer level composed of those organisms that feed on primary consumer, and so on. The movement of organic matter and energy from the producer level through various consumer levels make up a food chain. For example, a typical food chain in a grassland might be a grass or the producer, the mouse primary consumer, and the snake secondary consumer. The hawk is the tertiary consumer. In many cases, the food chain of the ecosystem overlap and interconnect, forming what ecologists call food web. The whole surface of the earth is a series of connected ecosystems. Ecosystems are often connected in a larger biome. A biome is a large area characterized by its vegetation, soil, climate, and wildlife. There are 5 major types of biomes: aquatic, grassland, forest, desert, and tundra. Though some of these biomes can be further divided into more specific categories such as freshwater, marine, savanna, tropical rainforest, temperate rainforest, and taiga. Aquatic biomes include both freshwater and marine biomes. Freshwater biomes are bodies of water surrounded by such as ponds, river, and lakes that have a salt content or less than 1%. Marine biomes cover close to the 3/4 of Earth's surface. Marine biomes include the ocean, coral reef, and estuaries. Grasslands are open regions that are dominated by grass and have a warm, dry climate. There are two types of grasslands: tropical grasslands, or sometimes called as savannas, and temperate grasslands. Savannas are found closer to the equator and can have a few scattered trees. Temperate grasslands are found farther away from the equator. They do not have any trees or shrubs and receive less precipitation than savannas. Forests are dominated by trees and cover about 1/3 of the earth. Forests contain much of the world's terrestrial biodiversity, including insects, birds, and mammals. The three major forest biomes are temperate forest, tropical forest, and boreal forest, also known as the taiga. These forest types occur at different latitudes and therefore experience different climate conditions. Deserts are dry area where rainfall is less than 50 cm per year. They cover around 20% of Earth's surface. Desert can be either cold or hot, although most of them are found in subtropical areas. Because of their extreme condition, there is not as much biodiversity found in desert as in other biomes. Any vegetation and wildlife living in desert must have a special adaptation for surviving in a dry environment. Desert wildlife consists primarily of reptiles and small mammals. Tundras are among the Earth's coolest biomes. These ecosystems are treeless regions with extreme cold and low rainfall. There are two types of tundras, the alpine and Arctic. Alpine tundras occur in mountains where trees cannot grow in the high altitude. Arctic tundras extends from the edge of the Arctic Ocean down to the forest of taiga. A species is often defined as the largest group of organisms in which any two individuals of the appropriate sexes or mating type can produce fertile offspring, typically by sexual reproduction. Since the days of Carlos Linnaeus, the father of modern taxonomy and the creator of binomial nomenclature, animals have been constantly classified and reclassified into different groups, species and subspecies. Species is one of the most scientific classification that scientists use to describe animals. Scientists use a system of binomial nomenclature to describe animals without the confusion of common names. Classic biological taxonomy usually places into kingdoms the bacteria, protists, plants, fungi, animals, and each organism then classified into the following groups: phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Genus and species that make up the organism's scientific name. For example, the scientific name of human is Homo sapiens. Homo is the genus and sapiens is the species. Sometimes, scientists classified organisms using three-domain system. The archaea is the single microorganism that can live in extreme environment like a very high temperature, and the bacteria live on most habitat on Earth, and the eukaryotes, any organism that made up of cell.